Whew, I'm like, wow, my breath is. Okay, Pencils in Darkness. Pencils in Darkness asks, what artist art style is your favorite? Um, okay, listen, listen. I know some people do not like this style, but honestly, I absolutely adore this style, and it's the anthro style. Like the animal creatures. Some people draw like furries. I absolutely love that style. I don't know why. It's different, I guess, and I love seeing people draw that. I know I do follow a lot of people that do that style, so definitely the furry style is definitely my favorite style. And also another style is the Disney style, like the Disney concept art style. I do follow a lot of people that do that style and actually do work for Disney, so like styles like that I do get attracted to. So yes. Otaku Kid 1997. Oh my god, we are only on question 8. Sorry. Otaku Kid 1997 asked, what got you into art and when did you start? Did I read them? No, I didn't. Did I? Hold on. Shush. Oh, I answered, when did you start, not when did, okay. I got into art when I remember this so specifically. A lot of people don't remember how they got into art, but I absolutely do. I was in the first grade, and we had a substitute teacher that day. Oops, sorry. My voice is cracking, hold on. Okay, we had a substitute teacher, and she was an artist. So when we were working on our work, she would go around the room and draw students, like portraits of students while they were working. And the way she drew was a really realistic style. And I thought to myself, like I finally figured out why artists do this and what inspired me to do it, and it was like a realization that art is like you can put your imagination on a piece of paper. Like you can imagine anything and it can actually come to life. You just gotta put it on paper. And that definitely did. That substitute teacher that came in and drew portraits of kids definitely inspired me to get into art, because she put them all on the lockers. She didn't give them to us, which is understandable, but she put them all on the back, and I looked at them and I was like, I want to draw just like that. I want to be just as good as that. I want to draw exactly what she's doing, and I want to draw people. I want to do all that stuff. So that definitely got me into art. Sorry, that was a long story, but that really inspired me to keep on drawing and what have you. And out of all the AUs for Spumano you've got so far, which is your favorite? The Fairy AU is definitely my favorite, and the Theme Park AU is also one of my favorites because I do think about it a lot. And I also think about the Fairy AU a lot, and how I do still not have a comic ready. People are mad. So, I think the Fairy AU has to be one of my favorites because, one, I think it was the official AU I've ever started, so it was like the first AU ever, and two, it got really big really fast, so I was really happy about that. Hannah Arts 16 asks, when did you start getting into drawing? I think I already answered that. Yes, I did. And how did you find your style? I went through a lot of art styles throughout the years, and I think it just developed. Honestly, I still don't think I found my style, because I definitely don't think I will be drawing like that forever. I don't know, I just drew, I just drew what looked good. That was my reasoning. Just draw what looks good to you and what attracts to you and what have you. I really kind of like the anime style, but I didn't want the big eyes, so I made the eyes smaller, I made, the faces longer, I made the noses bigger. It was kind of like an anime / realistic style. I am so sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me and my voice cracking. I'm sorry. Okay. So yeah, I still don't think I found my style. I think I'm still trying to find my style. My style literally is changing every day. Like, I'll stop drawing for a while and then I'll come back and my style will be completely bigger, my style will be completely different and maybe in some sorts better than it usually was, because I'm still trying to get my proportions down. I'm still trying to get faces down, and my style is literally always changing. So long story short, I still haven't found my style. So maybe I shouldn't go into too depths of this. Okay, Ellie asks, what color is this dress? Stop it. This has been dead for too long. This needs to stay dead. Okay, the color of the dress is blue and it's black. I know I saw the white and gold, but now it's blue and black. Moving on. Crystal Wolf Films asks, love your art, thank you. And what is your favorite art material to use? Definitely color pencil. Well, hold on. Color pencil for sketching. Not for drawing, for sketching. Okay. Definitely do not like to use pencil ever, because it smears, and I do not like it when it smears. And I think marker and watercolor has to be my favorite, which is really unusual because when I was a kid, I hated watercolor, like absolutely hated watercolor. I was like, I hate this, I'm never going to use it again. And just look at me, I'm literally using watercolor in every one of my pieces. So markers, watercolor, colored pencil for sketching. What is your inspiration for drawing? I'm not really sure what you mean by this, but I guess like just things around me, like anything that happens around me. Sometimes I daydream a lot, so that's an inspiration for drawing. People's conversations inspires me to draw. Just people interacting with each other really does inspire me to do comics and stuff like that. Like a lot of my comics and my art are actually based on real life events. Like they actually happened. Like either I was talking or I heard somebody else talking, or some of them are usually from, shower thoughts. I'll just like be in the shower, I'll be like, oh, that's a good comic idea, I should write that down. So yeah, that is definitely my inspiration for drawing, just things happening around me, because I know I don't really interact with the environment around me because I'm usually in my own personal bubble. So I'm a very observant person, so I usually observe the things around me, then interact with the things around me. How long have you been drawing? Again, 5, 7, 10 years, however you see it. Favorite anime? Oh my goodness. I do not watch anime as much as I used to. So the only anime I watch currently are like movies, like the Miyazaki movies, like Spirited Away and My Neighbor Totoro. Favorite anime? Oh my god. I really have to start watching anime again. My favorite anime has to be, you know what? It has to be Full Metal Alchemist, because it was kind of like my quote first anime-ish. Tokyo Mew Mew was my first anime, and then it was Oran Horse Club, and then this is Full Metal Alchemist, which I know Full Metal Alchemist was extremely popular when I discovered it. So my favorite anime has to be Full Metal Alchemist. It was one of the animes I really binged on. It was my favorite for a really long time. I bought stuff with Full Metal Alchemist on it. I still have Ed's coat, which is really weird. I actually bought Ed cosplay. That's how much I loved it. And it's still, you know, that anime is still really close to my heart. So, yes. Full Metal Alchemist has to be my favorite anime. And if you were stuck on an island, what 3 items would you bring? I would bring a colored pencil, a pencil, and a sketchbook. You know, you can't go wrong with bringing stuff you love to do. Amen. Okay. The next question, Gray Grounder asks, how did you find motivation? How do you find the motivation and time to sketch so much? Personally, I am a really organized person. I always keep on track of, okay, this time I'm gonna do this time I'm gonna do this time I'm gonna do this. I usually wake up knowing what I'm going to do that day. And you know, just the passion for drawing and really wanting to improve on my art is definitely a motivation in itself. And I sketch every single day, whether it's a full piece, whether it's a comic, or whether it's just, you know, a little doodle on the back of the math worksheet. Sorry, I have to put this in myself. And you know, it's just, I guess it's just careful planning. You know, sometimes I don't have the time to sketch, because, you know, some days I'm busy and I can't sketch every single minute of the day. But I do really can make up that time. I do draw a lot on the weekends, and I draw whenever I have free time, either in a classroom or, you know, I sketch every day in my art class. And yeah, I guess it's just time management and just the motivation to improve and to be as good as other people. You know, I know that personal experience, the more you draw, the more you improve. So that's definitely motivation. Humans Kill Humanity asks, how much do you draw in 1 month? I draw too much in 1 month. I can go through an entire sketchbook in 1 month, honestly. And do you draw every day, and how much do you draw in 1 day? I draw every single day. I sketch every single day. And how much do you draw in 1 day? It definitely depends what day it is. Again, I can do a comic. I can do a full-blown comic. I can do a little tiny comic. I can do just a little doodle. I can sketch, you know, 4 pages, 5 pages. I can make a full-blown illustration. You know, it definitely depends how much time I have, but it's usually, you know, something in a sketchbook, or, you know, something for DeviantArt that I can draw in 1 day. Whew. And oh yeah, she also asks, I want to draw cuddles and kisses as good as you do, and how do you figure out where every body part goes? Definitely cuddles and kisses are really hard to do. That's really one of my biggest weaknesses. That's why I do it a lot. I don't do this a lot, but sometimes I do look at references just to make sure where every body part goes. And just if you were to do it yourself, you know, cuddle with someone yourself, how would you look? Like, how would you cuddle somebody? That's definitely one of the things I consider when drawing cuddles and kisses, and, you know, and just like basic anatomy, you know, proportions and stuff like that. Hold on. Yeah, just, if you just analyze just the human figure, you will figure out where every body part goes. You know, how long it needs to be, how big this needs to be, how, you know, where everything's positioned. So definitely look at references and just observe the natural human body. You know, if you need to go make the pose yourself, then go make the pose yourself. Take a picture of you posing like that. You know, there's no shame in using references. That's what they're there for. So, and then once you do that a lot, you will figure out, you know, independently, like imaginatively, where everything goes. So definitely, if you really want to start doing that, definitely start doing that. So Kiblik9 asks, by the way, I love you. Where do you get your inspiration from? Your ideas are wonderful. Again, I think this is a repeat. I get everything from, you know, my environment. Definitely the environment is something that really inspires me. And then Anime Boy 237 asks, how old are you and what got you into drawing? What got me into drawing is a repeat. Sorry, there's so many repeats. Which is okay, that's fine. Sorry. I am 17 years old. I'll be 18 on Christmas. So definitely getting real old really fast. So, Pasta Lover Tortuga asked, to you, how did you get into Spamano? Did I answer this? I didn't answer this. I got into Spamano just looking at pictures, and I followed an artist who did Spamano art. So, yes. Oh yeah, here's another question from Anime Boy 237. Do you like anime, and could you tell us some animes that you've watched? I do, you know, I don't watch anime as I used to, again, anymore, as, you know, when I was, you know, in middle school. Some animes I've watched, though, were things like, Hitalia, obviously, Full Metal Alchemist, Tokyo Mew Mew, Air TV, Ouran High School Host Club, which is one of my favorites, by the way. No, stop. I've watched more. Do not blank out on me, mind. I've watched a little bit of Black Butler, and I've watched a little bit of, oh my god, Vampire Knight. But other than anime, I actually was really into manga. That was one of the things that I still do today. I still read comic books and I read manga non-stop. So I think I prefer manga more than anime, so I can't really differentiate the two. Oh yeah, Lovely Complex is one anime that I love because I read the book, or the series manga, and then I read the anime, or I watched the anime. So definitely a good series if you're looking to look at Lovely Complex. Definitely one of my favorites. Laura Midori asked, what is your favorite color and which of your AUs is your favorite? My favorite color is the color red. I love the color red. I definitely use it in a lot of my works. If you pay attention, like Spain's shirt is usually always red. Just red is such a beautiful color, and if you've seen rooms that are just like all red, it's like, oh my god, I want that room. And which AU is your favorite? I answered this. It was the Fairy AU and the Theme Park AU, sometimes the Quartz Pride AU, and maybe the Marine. AU. Oh yes, the puppy AU. Oh my god, I totally forgot about the puppy AU. Oh, how sad they're so split up.